Hi everybody. Today we are going to be looking at how to overcome and disarm hostile conversations. In this video, I will show you how to handle people who confront you in an angry, disrespectful, or generally unreasonable manner, without becoming defensive, avoidant, or counter-attacking them in return. The goal with using the disarming technique is to defuse that counterproductive negative energy in the person that is confronting you and shift the conversation to a more productive and positive outcome. We will now demonstrate the disarming technique in two different scenarios.
So Ken, I've been meaning to talk to you. I'm not happy with your team's performance. I'm not happy with your performance. And quite frankly, I think it's your fault. You've got a bad attitude. Your team thinks you've got a bad attitude. No one wants to work with you. And quite frankly, I'm at my wit's end. What is going on? What is your problem? You've got a fantastic team. You've given all the support that you need. And personally, I think you've got a personal problem.
You're right, Courtney. My performance over the last quarter has been not great. I have been feeling a bit of pressure at work, and I realize that a lot of that has been coming out on the rest of my team. And I know I have a strong personality that isn't accepted too easily by everyone else. So I would like to change. I would like to improve my performance. And since you were honest enough to bring this up with me, I was hoping that perhaps you could give me some suggestions on how I could improve over the next quarter.
Absolutely, I can. Quite frankly, I'm concerned about your productivity, your performance, and actually your level of intellect. You have worked here for 1 year, and I would expect you to understand the small processes. I've got no idea what's going on. I don't know how many times I've got to tell you about this. And quite frankly, I'm concerned about your level of intelligence.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Courtney. I do appreciate your honesty on that. And I know how frustrated you must be on having to repeat yourself over and over again. I completely understand that. I have been feeling out of my depth on a couple of tasks, as I've only joined a year ago, as you mentioned, and I haven't gone through any formal training just yet. So I have been playing catch up, and during that time I've been focusing more on the bigger tasks, and I know I've been neglecting a lot of the smaller tasks, which seem to be causing a lot of frustration to yourself and the company. So what I would like to find out, if there's any input that you have from your side that could help me to find out how to better manage my time around those two aspects.
Let's review. Disarming is a technique that you can use to make conversations healthier and more productive by neutralizing a person's negative energy in a difficult situation. You always start with an initial disarming statement, something like, "You're right. I understand where you are coming from. I appreciate that you brought that up. Thank you for the feedback." Next, you always want to acknowledge or validate the person's concerns, or at least align your goals by focusing on the issue at hand and not their rude manner. At this point, most people will be sufficiently disarmed, and you can begin to ask for suggestions on how to solve the problem.
Lastly, I would like you to remember that there's always a grain of truth in what the other person is saying, even if it sounds obnoxious and insulting. Most people get unreasonable because they think that nobody's really listening or caring about what they're trying to say. When you resist the urge to argue or defend yourself, and you instead agree with the other person, you will both end up winning, because they will also be more open to your point of view.